All right, so part two, now that we got our definitions down for this page, we can start using colors, right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to be using watercolor pencil today, and I am just going to be doing to start with, just a light shading in, and then I'm going to do a double shading in on this. You are welcome to blend these together if you'd like a little bit, kind of like we did in our other color wheel, where there's a little bit of blending happening just because of the tertiary colors. Or if you'd like, you can just leave them as solid pizza slices of color. So notice that I am coloring in the same direction. I find that if you color in lots of different directions, it just gives a different look, a different texture. It looks a little bit less neat. But that's kind of a personal choice, whichever you'd like to do. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to come down here. Oop, and I think I'm going to do my darker blue. I had a 8th grade history teacher who was very, very particular that we always color in the same direction, which, you know, visually it did make our projects more neat, but I think as an artist you can make a conscious choice of whether you want something to look neat or you want it to look a little bit more crazy or just a different texture. So now I'm using the violet to color in this side. So I'm using watercolors and watercolor pencils, and there's 2 ways that you can use these. You can dip them in water and use them, which I'm not going to do at the moment, or you can color and then add water after, which is what I'm going to do. So now I have green. Right, so down here in the bottom, it says monochromatic. You're going to pick one color and you're going to do dark to light or light to dark. And that can be any color. I think I'm just going to go with black. So what I'm going to do, just like we did in a value scale, one nice thing about watercolor pencils though is I can really just put this on here and then pull the color. So I'm just going to kind of shade in kind of dark. I'm going to go a little bit lighter here. And then I'm going to start using my water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip here. I'm going to start putting some color here, and then I'm just going to gently pull my color this way. And I actually feel like that might be a little bit too much paint. I underestimated how potent this black was, so I'm going to take a little bit of paint off with a tissue. And then I'm going to come back, and what I'm going to do is just put some paint, some water on this side, even though there's no paint, and I'm going to pull it this way to kind of blend that over. And that kind of shows the monochromatic piece. It's not my best blending ever. I also forgot that I want to put an extra piece of paper under here. So now I can just kind of come in and play with blending these a bit because these are watercolor pencils. So they're gonna start blending. A little bit of blending here into green. Oop, I didn't wash my brush well enough. Got a little bit of green in that red. All right, we're approaching our last 30 seconds. So I'm just adding my there, and there you go. That is a complete color wheel part 2. Great job, everybody. See you next time.